So hi everyone, once again you are welcome. So in our today's class we are going to discuss about tenses. So let's start. If we talk about tenses, there are three types of tense: present, past and future. Present, past and future. Tense, there are three types of tense: present, past and future. Every tense have four parts. Every tense have four parts. The first is simple, the second is continuous, third one is perfect, and last one is perfect continuous. So we are studying about tenses, three types of tense: present, past and future. Present tense, past tense and future tense. Every tense have four parts: present simple, past simple, future simple. Present continuous, past continuous and future continuous. Present perfect, past perfect and future perfect. And the last one is present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous. Okay. We can also call simple indefinite and continuous progressive. Okay. Now first we will talk about present and in present tense. And in present tense we will discuss about present simple tense. So let's start. If we talk about present tense, it also have four parts. First we will talk about present simple. There are two types of studying tenses. First we can study it according to adverbs, on the basis of adverbs. Second is on the basis of identification. Now we are going to study here on the basis of adverbs. So first, the adverb of present simple tense are always, never, seldom, generally, usually, often, sometimes, every plus time, daily, regularly, frequently, rarely. These are some adverbs of present simple tense. If these adverbs are fine in your sentence, it means your sentence is related to present simple tense, and then you have to fill up the helping verb of present simple tense and also the main verb of present simple tense. The helping verb of present simple tense is do and does. Do and does. Do is used with plural subjects: I, we, you, they, and plural subjects: I, we, you, they, and plural. And does is used with singular: he, she, it, and singular subjects. Okay. The helping verb of present simple tense is do and does. Do is used with I, we, you, they, and plural subjects, and does is used with he, she, it, and singular subject. If we talk about main verb, the main verb of present simple tense is first form or first, and with s या es, s or es. Okay. Now we will talk about the rule of present simple tense. First, in our last class we have studied about subjects and sentences. So you have to take care about that. If your sentence is affirmative, means if your sentence doesn't have not and question mark at the end, it means your sentence is affirmative. So if your sentence is affirmative, and then you are not allowed to use helping verb in present simple tense. If your sentence is affirmative, then you will not use helping verb do and does in your sentence. If your sentence is negative and interrogative, then you have to use helping verb do and does in present simple tense. Do with plural subject and does with singular subject. If we talk about main verb, you have to care about this, that if your sentence is affirmative, then you have to use as, yes with the main verb in that condition that your subject is singular. If your subject is plural, then you have to use only first form of the verb that is given in the bracket. Okay. If your sentence is negative and interrogative, then you have to use only first form of the verb. I told you the rules. Once again I am repeating them. First rule, that if your sentence is affirmative, then you will not use helping verb do and does. If your sentence is negative and interrogative, then you will use helping verb do and does, do with plural subjects and does with singular subject with the first form of the main verb. If your sentence is affirmative, or positive and your subject is singular, then you will use first form with s or es. And if your sentence is affirmative and your subject is plural, then you will use helping verb. So you will not use helping verb, but you will use first form of the verb. And if your sentence is negative and interrogative, then it doesn't matter that your subject is singular or plural. You have to use only first form of the main verb. This is present simple tense. Now just have a look of some examples. First example, we talk that I always take tea in the morning. I always take tea in the morning. In this sentence you can see always, and always is the adverb of present simple tense. It means we have to fill a present simple tense in this sentence. Okay. Second thing, our sentence is affirmative. Because there is no not and not a question mark at the end of the sentence. It means our sentence is affirmative. And our first rule, that in affirmative sentence we are not using helping of do and does. So we will not use here helping of do and does. Then we talk about main verb. I told you that if your sentence is affirmative and your subject is plural, then you will use only first form of the verb. Here, if your sentence is singular, then you have to use s or es with your main verb. If your sentence is negative, means including not, then you have to use helping do and does according to your subject. With plural you have to use do, and with singular you have to use does. Okay. And if we talk about main verb, you have to use first form, and if your subject is singular in affirmative sentences, then you have to add s, es. In negative and interrogative sentence, you have to use only first form of the verb. That's all for today's class. In our next class, we will discuss about some more rules and with a lot of examples. Okay. I hope you understand it very well. Thank you.